my jeans are torn. Sweat coming through my shirt. Keep pushing even though it hurts. I'm chasing what I know is true. There's nothing that I would not do. When everyone around me drops, I'm never gonna ever stop. I won't waste another minute, no, I won't. I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to another season of Huntreal Outdoors. For those of you who have been following us, you know that we started this journey in 2015, and from that time up until now, we have had some awesome hunts. And this year is going to be no exception. We're excited to get the season started. We feel like we're going to have the best season yet. With that being said, let's get in the woods and hopefully we can get it done on opening morning. All right, guys, we finally made it in the tree this morning. It's September the 25th, opening day of Arkansas bow season. Feels good to have this war paint on again. We are here this morning looking for a doe. Any doe, big doe, small doe, it doesn't matter. We're just ready to shed some blood this morning. Hunter's actually hunting with a buddy of his in Arkansas as well this morning, so hopefully between the two of us, we'll put something down. I let that joker borrow my rangefinder. I hope it don't come back to haunt me this morning, but I'm so excited to be in this tree, man. I'm like a kid at a candy store just ready to go. Well, we started out the morning just like we would normally start here in the South. It's hot, mosquitoes are everywhere. We're sitting there waiting on some deer. It's usually slow early season because it's so hot. But I got excited for a second there because I heard something walking in the leaves. And when I turned around and looked, I saw something brown. So I grabbed my bow and I started scoping it out real good. And the next thing you know, 2 house dogs come walking through the woods. Well, I wasn't too upset about the dogs coming in on me because that's pretty typical things that happen in early season southern Arkansas hunting. The good news is Hunter just sent me a text and said that he had a doe coming in.
All right, well, it's finally back. Hunting season is here. It's opening day here in Arkansas. We're a little bit spread out. I'm here with a buddy of mine, Josh, and he's just up the way sitting in a ground blind. Been having a lot of daylight pictures right here in these 2 spots of just some does. Right now, we're just looking for some practice, looking to get some meat on the ground, so we're here in Arkansas hoping to get it done. I'm just excited to be back in the tree, so hopefully we'll have a little nanny doe slip by. It's gonna be bad news if she does.
All right, so this spot that we're hunting, over the last couple of weeks, me and Josh have been putting out feed and running cameras, and I mean, the does have been in here religiously in this feed pile. So going into opening morning, I'm pretty excited. I got a lot of confidence. So sure enough, I set up all my stuff, get everything ready. I look down the trail, here comes a doe. All right, so this doe's headed my way, and she gets about 50 yards, and she's looking awful weird at the feed like it hadn't been there for the last 3.5 weeks. And in southern deer fashion, she throws that nose up, and not really having a great wind, and it was kind of swirling, I guess she got a whiff of me, and she knew, nope, not today, I'm out. And just when I thought, man, this is about to be pretty easy, opening morning, It's a rare thing, gonna have one come in, get a shot, put one on the ground. There she goes, walking off.
All right, well, we're back this afternoon. We're down here on our stand that's on the buy. This is what we call the doe hole. When I get ready to kill a doe, I always try to come here. So this year, I made my own longbow, and I'm trying to kill a deer with it. And so this is the best spot that I can do that. I've got corn out probably about 12 to 18 yards. So I'm pretty excited about the night. The wind is a little bit iffy. It's actually blowing right over the feed right now. But the closer it gets to dark, it's supposed to shift and come out of the south, and it'll be perfect. And usually these deer, early season like this, they don't come out till close to dark anyway, so it's a gamble, but I hope it pays off for us.
Well, we didn't have much luck in the morning sit, and so I went that afternoon to a spot that we call the doe hole, expecting to try to kill a deer with my longbow. And of course, I sat there for hours, and the only thing I saw were some coons. So not too productive on opening day, but at least we were in the tree and we were getting to hunt.
Got some hogs right here in front of me. See if they come out.
So I look up, and here comes some hogs. They look like they're gonna come right in front of me. The thing about hogs where we are is they are an absolute nuisance. They tear up the farmers' fields, they eat all your corn, and they just aren't very fun for the deer to be around. So with them coming by, I'm thinking, hey, I'm gonna get a little practice. Sure enough, here it comes. So sure enough, comes in 20 yards, stops, boom, Smoke City, right in the pump station. Hey, everything's looking good. He's running off pumping blood. He's not gonna carry that one far.
Shooting these new mega meats this year. And if we're being honest, I just wanted to give them a try. But I 100% could see blood coming out of that pig while he was running off, so pretty good sign. That's them.
So it was a couple days before we could get back out in the woods, but the good news was I did get a morning, and I slipped off and I went back to where we had hunted the first morning, and instead of hunting the lock-on, I went and hunted the ground blind because man, the does were in there heavy. And sure enough, look up, here comes another doe.
We smoked her. I look back at the footage. Hopefully person wanted to hear some meat on the ground. So.
Looking back at the footage, the shot wasn't perfect. It was a little forward, but I have high hopes going into it because I believe it's going to be a lethal shot.
All right, well, it's been a minute, but let her sit. I'm going to walk out here and check see if I can see the air. I shot her a little forward, but it is what it is when you're self-filming it. It's a lot going on at one time, so I'm just glad we can hopefully get on the board. I thought I heard her crash right over here, so we'll see. Yeah, got good blood right here.
So we had a lot of rain in the forecast, and the good thing was I got right out of the blind, and there was a lot of blood, very good blood, right on impact. So I kind of started following it, and I'm talking about going through this thicket. I'm hands and knees having to crawl. It is thick, briars cutting up everywhere, but sure enough, I'm about probably 50 yards down the trail, and it just comes a storm, and it starts raining, and I mean flooding. So next thing I know, I'm looking around and I'm looking behind me, and even the blood I just saw is washing away. And so I start to get frustrated, so I call Dad, and he's on a place not too far from me, so he heads my way. Hopefully we can get on this trail and maybe find this doe.
So Hunter calls me, and we're just talking back and forth about the doe that he shot, and to be honest with you, he's just whining about it. He's talking about how thick this pine thicket is. And I'm thinking to myself, I've hunted pine thickets before, and I know they're pretty thick, but it can't be this thick. So I show up there to help him find the deer. Listen, when I got to this pine thicket, it was thicker than he said it was. I mean, I've got scratches all over my arms from crawling through this thing trying to find this deer. And so it was the thickest one that I've ever seen in my life. And it was just, listen, with no blood, there was just no way that we could find this deer.
So long story short, we got in there, we dove in, started tracking, and I found one place where we had a lot of blood, but from there it was just really sparse, and the rain had just kind of washed it away. And unfortunately, we could not find this doe. We believe it was a lethal shot, but sometimes that's just the reality when you hunt in pine thickets. It's so thick, those deer go in, they bed up, and you just cannot find them. But all in all, it was a good morning. We had a great hunt, and we're hoping that we can have some more success soon.
Not feeling funny.
Sure enough, here comes a downpour. I mean, just an absolute turd floater. It is raining like crazy. Can I say that? Dang it. I thought about it and I was like, I'm gonna say it, maybe it'll be funny.